Hello, YouTube, and welcome to The Real Siberius. On this episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about actually making this content. I would like to hopefully inspire others to do it as well. Uncommon Sense was the driving force for me creating this channel. I've watched his channel for many years. I've commented on his videos for years. And I just always appreciated his takes, his perspective, his humor. And I just always thought to myself, man, that's something I want to do. I would like to have people hear my takes and my perspectives and maybe learn to appreciate my humor. But it's scary. The reality is it's fucking terrifying. So I didn't do it for years. I constantly thought about it. There were a few times I even recorded something, but then I listened to it back and I was like, there's no way I'm putting that on the internet. I can't do that. Because the reality is you're vulnerable when you post something on the internet. The internet is undefeated. It can be extremely cruel. It can also be extremely kind and compassionate, but it can be brutal. Painfully brutal. I hear people talk about videos that they listen to and they talk about they couldn't stand the person's voice, or they didn't like the way that they looked, or, their editing was garbage, or their content was lame, or they stumbled over their words too much. There's so many things that they can tear you down from. And because everybody's so brave behind their keyboard, they'll say all of the shit that they're way too scared to say to your face. And so the reality is what finally got me to do it was surviving smashing my head in. When I had my accident and had my skull removed, I was the most vulnerable I had ever been in my entire life. I was afraid to do anything, even wearing my helmet. It was terrifying because I thought to myself, even wearing this helmet, if I fall and I hit my head where my skull isn't, there's no way that that's not going to kill me. I just couldn't get that thought out of my head. But I went through it for 4 months. And eventually I just got used to it. And that's how we work as people. You can do something terrifying because you'll acclimate to it. You can become accustomed to the anxiety or to the fear and overcome it. And that's basically what happened. I finally decided after my accident, after the terrible decisions that I've made in my life that have led me to where I am now, now's the time. There's no time like the present. I lost my job because of some of the side effects of my brain injuries. I have been looking for a job since January and haven't had an ounce of luck. And I needed something to do. I'm absolutely the type of person that operates better under structure. So if I get up at a certain time, if I perform activities at a certain time, if I make sure that I'm still adhering to my responsibilities and holding myself accountable to things, my mental health is better. My physical health is better. I just operate better. But I didn't have a job. And a job really helps offer that structure. But I don't have anything. So you can only clean so many times. You can only reorganize so many times. You can only watch so much YouTube or movies or listen to music for so long until it's just not filling that void. And I still was missing something. And I've always felt like I've had something to say. I just didn't expect people would give a shit about listening to it or care what it was. And in fact, there are a lot of people that don't, and that's fine. But I never would have had the courage, because it takes courage. I never would have had the courage to do this had I not gone through my accident. And the one thing that I can tell people, and McZuggins, if you hear this, this isn't specifically for you, but I hope you really listen. You can do it. You have a voice. You have something that people not only want to hear, but need to hear. And it's terrifying. It's exposing. It makes you feel vulnerable. Every time I go to record a video, I shake like a leaf. I'm in OBS and I hold my mouse over the start recording for minutes before I can finally talk myself into doing it. I don't script these. I'm sure that's pretty obvious. I may occasionally make notes just because my brain's so fucked up that I'll forget something I thought just 2 seconds ago and wanted to talk about. So I'll occasionally make notes, but most of the time, this is just free-form rambling. And hopefully I'm accurately articulating my points and forming cognitive, cohesive sentences that demonstrate what I'm trying to say. And there are obviously some people that enjoy what I'm doing. When I started out, I had 0 subscribers, and I would probably say for the first 2 weeks, I was making videos for no one. I would make a video, and 3 days later, it would have 0 views. And then 3 more days later, it would have 0 views. And that was disheartening. Until you have to look at everything with context. And the context is there are probably millions of videos uploaded to YouTube every single day. What are the odds that people are going to see your video, and then if they see it, click on your video? So you just can't take it personal. And I remember the first comment that I got on my video, on any of my videos, and it was a positive comment. And it made my fucking day. And I believe that that same person was my first subscriber. And I thought, holy shit, there's somebody that actually wants to listen to this and is interested in what I might say next. And so it was certainly reaffirming. And it validated my decision. Even though it was just one person, it made me think, maybe I can do it. Maybe I do have something to say of interest. Maybe people are interested or invested. And then I had to think about all of the YouTube channels that I watch, because I watch quite a few. They all had to start somewhere. They all had to upload. They all had to upload their first video. They all had to get their first subscriber. I'm sure for a few people it was easier than others, but I think for most people it's a struggle. And it's something that they probably continue to battle with. Even after making hundreds of videos. I think this is going to be my 27th video, and I've gotten more accustomed to the anxiety that comes from making it. I've gotten more accustomed to the fear after publishing it and seeing what people are going to say, or if they're going to watch it, or if they're going to like it, or if they're going to subscribe, or if they're going to leave a hate comment. I don't think my channel is big enough to get a lot of hate comments. I've certainly had a few fanboy comments, and if anything, they just make me laugh. And it makes me feel vindicated that they've started watching my videos and feel like they have to respond. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I like people to have opinions contrary to my own. If everyone agreed with absolutely everything that I said and there were no rebuttals, there were no pushback, there was no contention, that'd be boring. All of my friends, we don't fight, but we certainly debate. And we have different thoughts, different ideas, different perspectives, different life experience. And so we have all of these different opinions, but we're still friends. I don't want to surround myself with yes men. I want people in my life that if I'm not on the correct path, they'll call me out. If I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, they'll call me out. I think that's necessary. I think if somebody doesn't do that, they're not your friend. Friendships and relationships are when it's hard, not when it's easy. It's easy to be somebody's friend if there's never any problems or any drama or trauma or loss or pain. Pretty simple to be somebody's friend then. I certainly don't want to get super deep and dark, but my relationship ended because I wasn't strong enough. It got really hard, really, really hard, and I hated myself too much to carry on. And now it's gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. We don't even really talk very much anymore, so I can't even say the things that I have to say about it. But she's not aware of this channel, so I don't think she'll ever hear this or see any of these videos. So I just feel free to speak my mind because I don't think it will ever get back to her. I mean, I wouldn't mind if she did watch, if she did listen, but I just don't think that that's going to happen. Anyway, the point of all of this, I think everyone has within them a desire. Everybody that watches YouTube has thought to themselves, I should do YouTube videos. I just think that that's almost a certainty. And there's just too much fear. There's too much anxiety. There's too much apprehension. And so it never comes to fruition. And that's sad because I talk to a lot of people. I engage with a lot of people, not just on my channel, on other people's channels. I'm very active within their community. And so I engage with a lot of people. A lot of people have really interesting shit to say, especially when it comes to basketball or sports or life or anything. And that's the beauty part of YouTube is it gives everyone that opportunity to have that voice, to share that information, to share that experience, because the likelihood is somebody's going to hear what you have to say and it's going to mean something to them. It may brighten their day. It may make them think, at least I'm not alone. It gives you the power to create connections with people that, quite frankly, otherwise you would never, ever meet and never have any interaction with. So just do it. If I can do it with 3 traumatic brain injuries and I don't know how to edit videos worth of shit, which is why there's never any real visual content to my videos. It's not because I don't want to. It's because when I try, I don't think it's very good. I try to watch a video on how to do it, and it's really difficult for me to understand. And that's just the reality of my brain injury. So I'm going to keep trying. Like, hopefully throughout time, this will get better. I mean, like I said, I've only done 25 videos so far, 26 videos. I'm still in the infancy of this journey. And I know this video is rambling on, but I just hope that someone that hears it who's wanted to do this will just say fuck it and do it and just upload your first video and send me an email. I'll be the first person to watch it. I'll comment on it. I would love to see a video that you make, even if it's just a voiceover like mine. You don't have to show your face. I was going to say, I don't necessarily want to show my face because I have giant fucking scars on my head and a fucked up mouth. And I don't necessarily mind being out in public with it, but for some reason being on the internet, I don't want to hear the shit that people have to say. I really don't. Because the reality is, especially since my accident, if you come at me, I'm coming right back at you, and I can be a way bigger prick than you can. So I'm just going to eliminate the possibility of having those negative interactions because I don't want to deal with it. And I don't want to be negative. So I hope this helps someone. I hope, McZuggins, if you hear this, that you're inspired or encouraged or I don't know. I would love to see the content that you would make. For whatever that means. You don't know me, I don't know you. But I think you should do it. I challenge you to do it. Because I think challenging ourselves is good. And I think forcing ourselves to do things that scare us is good. There's a few quotes that I have posted on my channel. A number of them are mine. A few of them are from other people. Some of them I wanted to give credit for, but I can't find exactly who said it. The quote about it's better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you are not. I don't know exactly who said that. I found conflicting information, and I would rather just leave it anonymous than give credit to the wrong person. But one of the quotes from myself, and this was from going through my accident and going through the recovery, there's no progress without discomfort. That's just the reality of it. Discomfort will improve you in all facets, physically, mentally, emotionally, but there has to be discomfort or you're not trying hard enough. You're not pushing yourself far enough. So just do it. And if anybody that hears this does make a video, leave a comment. I'll happily watch it. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, email me at therealsiberius@gmail.com. If you have any questions for me, if you have any other comments, feel free to email me. Feel free to comment. I'd love to hear it. I would love to have more engagement with the community that watches my videos. And that's all I have to say about that. If you made it to the end of this long rambling video, I certainly appreciate it. As always, I want to give a shout out to the content creators that helped inspire me to do this. Uncommon Sense, Angry Old Hoops, Self-Researched NBA Facts, 93Z, Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncut Hoops, Scap Attack, The Basketball Show, Speam Engine, In Your Face Hoops, Eddie TV. All of you continue to inspire me with your perspectives, with your insights, with your humor. And I just want to say thank you. If you haven't done so, please like and subscribe. And again, email me if you want to. I'll always engage. Anyway, catch you in the next one.